And we are live. Yeah, man, my people, blessings. So, yesterday I was actually going through the Sportsmax website and I saw something, an article that actually caught my eyes, where the chief selector for West Indies cricket, that is Roger Harper, was having his say about Shimron Hetmyer. And he actually made some statement, actually made one statement in particular that I found pretty interesting. Something that, I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. I mean, we all know Shimron Hetmyer. We know his abilities. We know how dominant he can be when he wants to be. But there are a couple of things that probably are missing, that we would need him to sharpen up and in order to become that world-class player that we think he can become. Now, in the article, Roger Harper basically said that Shimron Hetmyer has the ability to be one of the best batsmen in the world. And when we're talking about in the world, we would be putting him in the bracket of your Virat Kohli, your Stephen Smith, your Kane Williamson from New Zealand. I mean, I know that he isn't at that stage as yet, but based on what Harper is saying, he has the ability to get to that level. But you see, professional sport is a thing like this. You can have the world of ability, but I want to tell you, you see, ability in the world of professional sports, ability alone won't get you anywhere. You have to be dedicated, and you have to keep on working on your craft day in, day out. So I mean, for Harper to say this, he isn't far off, because we all know how capable the youngster is. We have seen him and we know the ability that he possesses. So we can only hope that he will, fulfill all those abilities. And I mean, this isn't a quote coming from any and anyone. This is a quote that came from one of the chief selectors for the test team, Roger Harper. And for a player to hear the chief selector saying this, it most motivates him to actually put out the effort. And I mean, Shimron Hetmyer is still young. He's only 24. But at the end of the day, when you're talking about professional sport, if you are aiming to be the very best in the world, when you're 24, you have to already be dominating. If we look at the flip side of it and we look at a sport like a football, when Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Zlatan, Ozil, when those guys are 24, they are already world renowned and known to be consistent performers, not just players that have the ability and you are hoping that they will come through. Same thing with Darren Bravo. When Darren Bravo came on the scene at 2021, man, we used to say, oh my God, this is going to be the next big thing. He's the next big Brian Lara. I mean, the abilities are there. But at the end of the day, certain decisions and certain choices throughout his career basically hampered him. And Bravo is well in his 30s now. And as we are on Bravo, he was named in the test team to tour New Zealand. And it's really good to see that after he would have snubbed them and didn't go to England, they actually include him in the squad. So I am assuming that with Hetmyer and Bravo in the same team, Bravo probably is going to be batting at number 3 with Hetmyer occupying the number 4 spot. So it's pretty interesting. We have some amount of youngsters along with some experienced players going in. And I mean, I am going to have to take a look at this squad, because some very interesting names I saw on the list, But back to the main thing, not to stray. Yeah, man. But this quote coming from Roger Harper that Hetmyer can become one of the best in the world. I mean, it is not putting too much on him, because the youngster is talented, and it is there for everybody to see. He's extremely talented. He's gifted, and it is only for him to come through now and to prove that he's actually worth the wait, because sometimes players come into the starting lineup at 19, 20, 21, and they keep up some form of harm's house, and you say, boy, him young still in and him talented, him worth the wait. But it is now time for Hetmyer to show that he's actually worth the wait, because we need somebody to stand up and to actually take West Indies cricket into the future. And Hetmyer, we're talking about the Hetmyers, the Purans. These are the guys that Shea Hope, I mean, he isn't on farm now, but these are the youngsters that we expect to start help to transition West Indies cricket to the next level. especially when we're looking at it from a test point of view, from a test cricket point of view. Yeah, man. I mean, personally, I think that Hetmyer has the ability to become one of the best in the world. He's probably feared right now in the shorter format of the game in 2020 cricket, but as regards to the true form of cricket, Test cricket and ODI cricket, I am of the opinion that this Hetmyer here has the ability to really reach certain extent, to really reach that level, because the potential is there. But once again, we can want something for a man more than how he want it for himself. So you find that, I know that the 2020 cricket is the easiest way to make money, and the youngsters are actually playing cricket for a living, so they are going to look at the best ways to actually secure their future. But at the end of the day, if you want to show, say, boy, yes, you are one of the best in the world and you are capable of this or that, you have to prove yourself in Test cricket. And, personally, I am a fan of Hetmyer, and I am hoping that he will be able to come good and to prove himself. You understand? Because the youngster has the ability based on what I'm seeing. If we're talking about technique, shots, power, these are all things that Hetmyer is capable of. Him have them, they don't pot. So that is not an issue for Hetmyer. The only problem I have with his cricket right now is his temperament, knowing how to read a situation and when to play a particular shot and when to attack or when to defend. Because I have seen him not only playing for West Indies but also in franchise cricket, where the situation really calls for him to go out and to be smooth, maybe to knock the ball around a little, to probably bat good 5-6 overs before he attacks, and probably the first or the second ball Hetmyer go out there and just play one reckless shot and get out. And we all know it comes with experience, and the ability to stay composed and calm. And this isn't anything to worry about, because these are all things that can be fixed. The more you play, the more experience you become, then you will learn how to compose yourself and things like that. Even a player like Virat Kohli, who's one of the best in the world right now, his temperament is still not the best, but at the same time, he knows when to do this or when to not to do this. When he just started, he usually gets out in some very rash way or some rash manner. You're not really seeing that from him anymore. So it comes with experience, but Hetmyer has the ability, as Roger Harper says, to go on and to do great things. In order to build a good career, though, you have to work on your temperament. You have to be dedicated as well. This is one of the most important things. If you want to build a good career for in cricket to represent West Indies, then you have to be dedicated. And when I say dedicated, I'm not just talking about going out there to play. You have to be able to cope with certain situations, because we all know how West Indies cricket is. Sometimes the treatment that the players get, majority of the time, isn't the best. So you have to be hungry for this, and you have to be patriotic to West Indies cricket if you are going to stick around, because at the end of the day, sometimes you are the one that is actually going out and playing the game, and then the people in the background, they are the one that are actually benefiting from it. So you have to be patriotic to actually play over a decade of cricket for West Indies. Because I see some people which play cricket for West Indies for years, and the man them just kick them out like nothing. We're talking about Shivnarine and Shandopal. From me, I watch cricket and Shandopal, I hold up the backbone of West Indies cricket. And them just, you not more about him. You understand? So them not really know how to deal. Majority of the time, the administrators them not really know how to deal with their players. So you really have to be patriotic for say, all right, me not play no 2020, me will play for West Indies. Me not play no thing there, like no IPL or Big Bash. That not really work out, because at the end of the day, sometimes when you turn down them contract, the West Indies same man when no pick you. So it kinda set away right now. Yeah, man. So back to Hetmyer now. Hetmyer just 24. He have a whole lot of time ahead of him to play some cricket for West Indies. So far, him play 16 test matches in play so far. The average isn't the best, but the ability is there. So in him 16 test matches when he play so far, he managed to score 830 38 runs at an average of 27.93. So playing 16 matches, scoring 838 with an average at 27.93. That can be improved. You know that you definitely have to improve that if you are going to actually be a top order batsman for West Indies cricket. If you want to bat at number 3, 4, that is something that is going to have to improve. You know, so we're hoping that he will go on this tour to New Zealand and it will be fruitful for him. Because at the end of the day, this is the age which part you actually realize if you are going to make it or you are not going to make it. So having missed the England tour the other day because of personal reason, I am hoping that Hetmyer will be able to go to New Zealand and play some good cricket and get some good runs. You know, he's a little bit better in the shorter format in ODI and T20 cricket because we're looking at the stats here, and in ODI cricket the stats is way better than in the Test cricket, and you know the potential is there because you see it in our ODI Test and T20. Probably fans will remember that 93 runs that he got against Bangladesh in 2018. I think that is still his highest runs that he has so far grasped for West Indies in Test cricket. He got 93 in 2018, and it's not as if Bangladesh is actually a weak team like back in the days. We have some very good cricketers in these nations now. So when you hear that a player goes to Bangladesh and get some runs, it doesn't necessarily mean that it was easy. I think in 2019 he also got 81 playing against England. So you know we see that the ability is there. It's just that sometimes the shot that he might play within a given situation wouldn't have been the best. So the temperament needs to be worked on, but the ability is there. So you know we are expecting to see great things from Hetmyer. Yeah, man, and I mean Hetmyer is known over the world right now for his 2020 cricket, but with his ability, I am of the opinion that Hetmyer should strive to play Test cricket right now because a lot of cricketers started out being aggressive. You know, the Chris Gayle, the Sehwag, and those players ended up turning out to be some of the best Test cricketers. People might not be aware, but Chris Gayle actually, I think Chris Gayle has what, 2 triple century. Yeah, man. So you might start out being very aggressive, but you learn as you go along. So yeah, man. Hetmyer need to play some Test cricket, man. Alright, I could take a look upon him stats in a 50 over. So in 50 overs, Hetmyer has scored 1,430 runs at an average of 36.6. So it isn't the worst average, but you know it is something that will improve that as he go along. In 2020, he has 1,476 runs at an average of 25.44, and these are the stats that for West Indies cricket. So we are hoping that as he develops, you know, those stats will eventually get better, because it would be a real shame to see somebody with such a ability and such potential just come and, you know, it would be a real shame to see somebody with such ability and potential just come and just gone down the drain. So we are hoping that Hetmyer will eventually come good for us. Yeah, man, and basically we see the selectors them have faith in him, because Harper said right now the mere fact that Hetmyer would have missed the England tour is hoping that Hetmyer will be hungry for runs. So being hungry for runs means a boy I'm supposed to go to New Zealand, apply himself, play some good cricket, get some runs for West Indies, because that's what we want. And as me say, personally I think this youngster can become one of the best in the world. It's just a couple of things that will need to be corrected, and these are things that probably will be corrected on them by themselves as he go along. We're talking about his temperament, knowing when to attack and when to defend. Things like commitment. As I said earlier, it's not easy to be committed to West Indies cricket based on what we would have seen in the past. But if you are going to be successful in this thing, you have to be committed. And the next thing, him have very good technique. Very, very good technique. I don't have no problem with him technique. It's just that sometimes when he might pull or hook the sharp ball, some of them him can jaw out it, you know, and that the same thing as temperament. So a lot of them tend to attack him with the sharp ball. He's good at playing it, but for some reason them things say boy, them can attack him with it. So technique wise, he will develop, but right now I think he's okay. He just needs to be committed. Yeah, man. So we are look out for Hetmyer in this New Zealand tour. Sports to the bone. Keeping you informed. Please remember to like, share, leave a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, remember to subscribe to the channel. I'm out.